Hello, Taurus, and welcome to Taurus Truth Tarot, where we are all Taurus all the time. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and North Node. My name is Shannon Colleen. I'm a Taurus Sun and Venus. We are going to go ahead and get our weekly reading for November 17th through the 23rd. Before we do, a reminder to book your personal reading or Reiki session, as they are going to be half off throughout the end of 2024. That's my gift to you guys for being so wonderful. There will be a lotus flower at the end of this reading. You can click on that, takes you straight to my booking site, or there's a link in the description box below. Just want to let you know, you won't see the discount until after you book. I send a separate invoice for that reflects that half off. So jump in and take advantage before the end of the year. Spots are starting to fill up pretty quickly. So, and make sure when you get to the booking site, you click book now and scroll, because I offer 4 different types of Reiki sessions. I offer many different types of readings. So make sure you scroll up and down to see the one or ones, if you want multiple, that work for you. There's a description for all of them, how they work. So it's beautiful. So let's see what's going on. Divine Source Creator, what is the overall energy for the week for the 17th through the 23rd of November? What's the overall energy? Show us clearly, please. What is the overall energy? Thank you. Okay. Oh, I love this deep knowing card. Ha, ha, ha. This is going to be a week of information. Lots of information coming in from people, from your spirit guides, from downloads that you're having. This is enhancing your ability to trust your intuition. I just know this is going to happen. To manifest things, I know this will happen, right? The deep knowing is the wisdom that we all hold within us. And I would say this, if you're considering booking a Reiki session, I would tell you, well, you could do both too, but I would tell you to book the superconscious Reiki, where we rewire the mind and the subconscious, the conscious, with the universal knowledge, okay? And or the third eye, the pineal gland opening Reiki, because that's where true knowing comes from, is having that pineal gland clear, calcified, if I could talk, right? So that is definitely coming across. But I'm telling you, there is new knowledge coming in some way, shape, or form that helps you out, that helps you towards your goals or your manifestations, or the scene of the truth, okay? The scene of the truth. Things are starting to open up really big now, because, and I've talked about it before, because of Pluto now being in Aquarius for the next 20 years, it's like the truth cannot be hidden, okay? The truth cannot be hidden anymore. And I love this, because the more spiritual knowledge and the more book knowledge, the more common sense knowledge, the more street knowledge that we have, the more that we have, the more successful that we are. But it's a combination of all those things. It's not just one or the other. You can be extremely spiritual and not be so smart. I hate to say it, but it's true, right? You've got to have a culmination of all of them. So there's new knowledge coming in. Some of you might be taking new courses, learning about something in the workplace. I mean, again, this is new positive knowledge in order to push you forward, in order to get you to go beyond what you think you can go beyond, right? And I will say this little bit of a story just about my own personal life. I was not really told that I was intelligent growing up. I always had the fear of being, well, for lack of a better term, the dumbest person in the room. I no longer fear that, because the knowledge is there, right? It's at our fingertips now, right? It's not hidden like it used to be. And I have a friend that always talks about this, right? It's like the innovation of social media, but we had that happen before when we had the innovation of the newspaper, right? And then that information started going across the globe, right? Newspapers became, the printed press became very big. So it feels like that kind of expansion for you, right? Where all of this beautiful new knowledge is coming in, this wisdom is coming in. Some of you, it's past life wisdom that is kind of clicking like a tower moment. But there are things are a-changing, okay? Things are a-changing, my loves, for the better. This feels really good. Let's see what's going on. Angels, guides, ancestors for Taurus. Show us clearly, please. What is the message for Taurus? What is the message? And it is all about perception. Sometimes learning the truth. Like, let's say there's somebody at your workplace that's taking credit for your work, but you don't say anything. That knowledge comes to light in front of somebody else, and they realize it, and then they get demoted, and you get promoted. But it's not snippy, okay? I want to make sure that you guys know this. This is not snippy. This is not, oh, I told you so. This is not anything of that nature. Keep your heart pure with this, okay? Now, some of you, it has nothing to do with being snippy. It is just knowledge that is coming in, okay? But we don't ever want to wish bad upon others. It's just not a good place to be. So let's see what's going on. And we don't want to be like, I told you so. We don't want that kind of energy, right? Show me clearly. What is the message? Thank you. All right. So first off, yes, I love this. The Queen of Pentacles. Talk about some wonderful knowledge coming in. So first of all, the Pentacle energy is us, right? It's Taurus. And it's nurturing these things. Physical books. It doesn't have to be physical books. I just happen to like physical books. And it's gaining the wisdom in order to make your tangible things grow, your experiences grow here. This is nurturing yourself. When you are learning something new, in whatever form that comes in, that is nurturing you. That is rising you above the rest, right? I love this. Taking that time. And I often talk about this, guys, often. What are you feeding yourself? And I don't mean food. I mean, what are you listening to? Are you watching documentaries? Are you getting good resources? Are you doing your own homework? I say that all the time. Do your own homework. Don't trust other people. Not to say you can't trust other people, but you still always got to do your own homework, right? I actually like this Five of Cups. I know a lot of people are not thrilled to see it, but I like this because this is wine that has spilt. And this person no longer has the taste for the wine. So that's what they're mourning. But what they realize is that if they turn around, when they turn around, we've got the Two of Cups here. So this can be mourning a job that you used to like that no longer fulfills you in monetarily or emotionally, right? You're leaving some old things behind because it's being replaced with truth. Okay? It's being replaced with truth. It's almost like you're not lying to yourself anymore. Like, I thought this made me happy, but it doesn't. Right? It doesn't make me happy. It's kind of like, I will say I do watch a lot of things around food. I am a big food connoisseur. I always say if I wasn't doing this, I'd be a chef. And I did watch some food thing. But it was much deeper. It wasn't just like It wasn't like a series, It was like one particular chef. It was a documentary of his life, and he had got all the fame and the fortune. He had thought that that's what he wanted. I don't know, I think he's in Australia or something. But he wanted all this fame and fortune, and he wanted to be successful cooking his food. And he wound up on TV, and he had this persona, this big guy, and he's very heavy, like 440 pounds, right? And it took him over. The persona of this character took him over, and it seeped into his real life. And then the next thing you know, he was very unhappy, and he was drinking too much. He was doing drugs. He lost his friends, lost his family, right? And he had to come to this realization that what I thought made me happy, that brought me joy, actually didn't. So he walked away, right? He walked away from the fame. He walked away. He literally went and lived in the mountains. got healthy, lost all the weight, he's a beast of a man, and I mean that in a good way, like 6'5", you know, and worked out and built muscle, and just had to have this moment of clarity. So he left all these things that he thought brought him happiness and joy, because he was told that was what would bring him happiness and joy, be famous, right? And when he came back, after living literally in the mountain for like 4 years, when he came back, he found true love of self, true love in a romantic connection, true love of career. He still cooks, it's different now for him, right? Because he has a different type of wisdom. I know that gets kind of deep, but we are kind of at this transforming part of our lives here, where it's like big things need to change, right? 5 things need to change. And I don't know about you guys, and you can put it in the comments. I do read each and one. I've actually had a lot of this kind of happening, maybe on a much smaller scale than that particular chef, where the things that I used to enjoy doing, I just don't anymore, right? And that has happened a couple times, well, a lot in my life, where there's something I used to enjoy that I realize doesn't really bring me any joy anymore. Now, it doesn't have to be drugs and drinking and all of that. It can be a situation, it can be a career, it could be anything. But I feel like you're really prepared, nurturing yourself with this new knowledge of what you're truly desiring, and you're really preparing yourself, and you're ready. You're ready to walk away from the old, to release these things that no longer bring any joy into your life. Because once you turn around, there it is, right? There's not only that soul mate energy, which isn't always romantic. It can be with a career, it can be with a home, it can be with a pet, it can be with people, right? And he sees the cups, and then he crosses the bridge, and then there's this big, huge castle here that's waiting for him. So there's something bigger and better that you are nurturing, you are going to nurture into existence with this deep knowing. Show me clearly, please. What is the message? What is the message? Thank you. Yeah, see, you can't make it up. There it is, the closure. Everything I was just talking about, the big closure, right? The World card is a big closure. And when I get it in a reading like this, sometimes it's just a simple ending to a chapter in our life, but this feels more like I'm closing that book, right? I'm done with that book. I'm going to open a new book. I'm going to gain new knowledge. I'm going to do things differently. And the universe is coming in saying, yes, it is needed. Right? It is needed. This big change is needed. And you have, see, this is like a winning wreath, like they put over the horses, right, in the horse racing. Like, you've got the wreath. You have won. You have successfully completed that book. Okay? It's time to move on to the next book. Show me clearly. Thank you. Yeah, look at this 4 of Cups. Oh my goodness. You guys got to release something. It doesn't matter to me how you do it, okay? But you're so focused on the 3 cups again, right? You're so focused on the 3 cups. Why am I not happy with these 3 cups? Because you're not willing to release them. So this can be an emotional tie. It can be leaving a career, a job. It could be moving from, a lot of people won't leave their towns that they grew up in. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with staying, but they won't leave because that can be a cycle too. Sometimes it's a great cycle, generation after generation. It can be beautiful, but sometimes it can be holding you back. But the divine is trying to come in and give you, you know, this new beginning, this new start, this new love of life. But you got to look up. But you got to look up. You got to be able, because look, he's stubborn. No, I want to focus on this. Don't be stubborn. Taurus, don't be stubborn. And I don't even think we're that stubborn, to be honest with you. I think we get in a comfort zone, but you got to be willing to let go. Sometimes we stay in there because it's a comfort zone, and you got to be willing to let go. That's all I keep hearing. Be willing to let go. We've got something better for you. Show me clearly. Yeah. Oh, look at this. Yeah. The 3 of Swords. This is truly a reading of the week of transformation. Now, we have free will, so you can stay where you are, but you're going to be in that repetitive cycle. You've got to let go, because the Three of Swords, although it does talk about hurt and heartache, remember it's swords energy, so it's truly mind energy, not the feelings. This would be the feelings. This is the mind. So it's like you got to not be scared. You got to not feel the need to hang on. It's like, listen, we've all done it. I've been guilty of it before. It's like it is like staying in a romantic relationship or even a job, a romantic relationship too long. We know we should have left and we didn't, right? It's like that kind of energy. But the same, it's like hanging on to a job that is unfulfilling and isn't paying you your worth, right? But we get stuck there. We get stuck there. And I feel like the divine is saying, hey, we can only do so much. Your angels, guides, and answers saying, hey, we can only do so much. You've got to meet us halfway. Which is funny because I don't choose the decks. And this deck here is called the Let Go deck. And look at this, right? You got to let go here. Yeah, look at this. Look at this. My gosh. Yeah, guys. We don't want to keep repeating the same cycle over and over again. The nightmare. We don't. So you've got to be willing to let go and make changes. It's like the knowledge is coming in. Or you're going to go get the knowledge. But the knowledge is there. And we've got to break this, right? Got to break this Nine of Swords. And I think this came out because the divine and the angels, guides, and ancestors are saying it is still a choice for us to stay. And they're like begging, pleading with you to go, right? Show me clearly. Oh, yeah, look at all the confusion going on here. I'm not sure, the too many options. So, yeah, I would definitely, you know what? I said this in Taurus Inspiration, which is our paid membership. It's about getting the energy clear. And I just really, the last reading that I did for Taurus Inspiration, I said it's going to be a time. The next 2 months is about clearing that energy, clearing that energy, clearing that energy, and to take it seriously. And if you haven't joined us there, that is it's our YouTube paid membership, monthly paid membership. But I do different types of readings over there that can be very, very powerful. There's a link in the description box where you can join that. But this is refusal to get out of the cycle. This isn't, I'm stuck in the cycle. This is, I'm refusing. There's nothing more for you to learn. There's no more taste for it. Okay? I didn't know this was going to get so serious, but that's okay. What has to come out has to come out. Show me clearly. Show me clearly for Taurus, please. What is the message for Taurus? Show me clearly. Thank you. Ooh, what a relief to see that, right? Okay, so this is you taking that power back. This is you not owning your power. This is you taking it back. You have to be your own savior, okay? I have to say it. Yes, we have wonderful leaders that come into our lives, whether it's in our spiritual community or even our work community or whatever. We do. But ultimately, we have to be our own saviors, okay? This is where you got to man up, right? You got to man up. And I always say this is more advice from Spirit. It's not really predicting your future. It's advice. And Spirit is saying, you're not nurturing the next evolution of self. You're staying stuck in something that is no longer serving you. When we're trying to get you to close this chapter, we have a new beginning for you. You've got to let go of the mindset, right? You've got to be willing to let go so that you're not confused and so that you can step into all of your glory, right? So you can step into all of your glory. Step into your glory, Taurus. Step into your glory. Show me clearly what is going on for Taurus. What is going on for Taurus, please? Step into your glory. I keep hearing that over and over again. Maybe that should be your mantra. I am going to step into my glory. What does this say here? You are supported and will have helpers whenever you need them. Let them come. Yes, don't be weary about leaving the cycle. I don't want to even say breaking. You've completed the cycle. You're supported by your spiritual team. They're showing up like crazy, but it's like you're saying, nope, no thanks, right? Let them come. And that goes to, when you do that, then the true, like, not just spirit comes, right, to help you, but then the right people come in to help you also. The new job offers, the support system that you truly need. I mean, I love this. Because you are supported. And it's like, this is when free will is a good thing, but this is when free will can work against us, right? There's something better. So I would highly recommend you take this advice. Because Spirit is guiding you. You have a deeper knowing. You have a deeper purpose. You just have to be willing to, again, turn around. Turn the page, turn around, however you want to phrase it. Okay. Let's make it good. Let's make it good. Let's make the week good, all right? So with that being said, Taurus, don't forget to like, share, and comment. I read each and every one. Subscribe if you haven't. Book your reading or Reiki session here, and all my love, light, and blessings to you. Until next time.